All right, so the challenge is laid out in front of you. Can you complete it? We're about to find out. Solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team time. Let's go. And the Steelers, they're ready to rock on 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Manning. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Manning on the move to his left. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Manning, gotta have this one. He's going to rifle one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So that does it. Put this one in the books. A successful Madden Ultimate Team solo challenge. See you next time. All right, the challenge is in front of you. Do you accept it? I hope so. Keep the game on. Play the challenge. It's solo challenge, Madden Ultimate Team. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. first down. Manning. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll look to throw. Man open, it's Moss complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Back to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
He's back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Back to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. And that does it for this one. Pat yourself on the back. You just completed and dominated the Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They will indeed go for it. Vick dancing to his left. Complete. He finds Brain. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sets. Punt it away, let your defense take over with better field position.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So out come the Falcons now. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Vick with the incompletion there on 3rd down.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
On 3rd down, Vick from his end zone. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mahomes now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, Jeremy Shockey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. That drive took them inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold them to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a 2nd time. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. It's a play fake. Now Vick looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Vic on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Vick. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, and now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's in. Touchdown. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
They met here on the opening Thursday of 2015, and they're at it again here. The Steelers and Pats are underway. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
That is caught at the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
Makes sense. First catch here in the first half for the 6-time Pro Bowler Terrell Owens, the only player in NFL history to be a first-team All-Pro for 3 different teams. That's absolutely nuts.
Be alert, be alert.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a quarterback sneak. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's it's out, and he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. In for the score, and the Pats have taken the early lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Smith-Schuster now to return. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? The quarterback gets hit.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tough rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, fighting to stay upright inside the 10.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Foles. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. First down, Mahomes. And incomplete to open things up.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Mahomes now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Face side two. Go. Face side two.
Now a second down throw for Vic. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Vic. Ertz has it left side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A gain of 11 and a first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Vic will look to throw on first down. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate. Gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation,
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brian Urlacher coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Anderson now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So here's Vic following the interception, and that is incomplete here.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 30. Matching. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning past him. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
That one 28 yards on the ground. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On to tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. He won't go down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. They'll run it now out of the gun. What a spin. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin, and he's into the clear. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Of course, he's fresh off the offensive player. They'll run it now out of the gun. And shedding through the tackle. He finds an opening past the 40. And now running right through him. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 64 yards. I guess that's what happens when you give the current NFL rushing leader that much room. And when you do, all you're doing is solidifying his standing at the top of the leaderboard. He's going to continue to get more and more yards. Good luck trying to chase him down. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins past him and into space. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Open space inside the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are going to... They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets past 1 man. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on first down. He juked him. Finding room to the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. They'll run it now out of the gun. Dances by him. Space to maneuver at the 40. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And partner. They'll run it now out of the gun. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
Hello again, everybody. It is...
They'll run it now out of the gun. Good move at the 30. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers type...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 22 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Now that's a play they're going to be proud of on defense, because any 2nd and short situation, you anticipate the run and you want to make the play and stop them from getting a 1st down. But when you can force them to lose yardage and now put the odds in your favor on defense because now they're going to have to throw the ball, that's a play that you're going to be really, really excited about, and one that your defense coordinator now gets to roll the dice a little bit himself and create a big play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. Whoosh. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, good move. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, spinning away. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Oh, nice move. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. And now running right through it. Ooh, with a juke. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this 1st half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And here a juke. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? We just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Black 20.
Right back to him on 1st down. Pretty move. A little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Taking. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. Fancy footwork in midfield. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play. Here's Ryan Allen now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball, but how about them just taking it big-time jaunt. Now if you're coming back out, now...
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20.
Oh.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 32 yards. Here's Ryan Allen now. as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. They haven't had to rely so much on the passing game. It's really been a team effort in the running game that's kept them successful and has them in the lead.
I like that, too, the team effort, because when I was growing up, one guy carried the football, right? You stuck it in his chest 20 to 30 times a game, and he was the heavy volume, heavy dose guy. Now, you spread it around, different people touching it, and in this game, it's proven to be effective.
Yeah, spreading the wealth has been very effective. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, what a move. And now running right through him. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. The 40. The 30. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. 70 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, good footwork on the spin. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You've got a chance to rumble.
Set! Lock 80!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding room inside the 40. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. He flat out. Here's Ryan Allen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. Trucks over him. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Whoosh. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Finding the end zone yet again. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Devin McCourty brings him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Evades him at the 20. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he cuts middle, creating space. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing it. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them.
Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New England. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now is dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nifty move. And now running right through it. Oh, now he bowls him over. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. Finding the end zone. Yeah. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains drain the clock, and lead his team.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights off the defender. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers! A great play there. He flat out. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them... Roethlisberger gonna throw. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with 2nd and very long. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to
matching hundreds. It's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see teams with a couple of running backs who each went over 100 yards a weekend ago, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten. They'll run it now out of the gun. Dancing away at the 30. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets around him. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A spin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he spins through. Got some real estate inside the 30. Still going. They can't stop him. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Twisting away, and then he goes with a juke. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. And a spin again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. with his second touchdown here in this first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one 28 yards on the ground.
As always, no rooting interest here. But that was pretty, wasn't it? To see him break through and then pick up his stride.
Yeah, the guy carrying the ball loves it. I think the O-line, they might like and take more satisfaction out of those runs than anybody else, though, right?
Without a doubt, because they're the ones that often have created it.
And he gets this one in just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, the spin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There was absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are... They'll run it now out of the gun. Sidesteps him at the 35. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to maneuver at the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Let's go, let's go.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed. And then we got to see it unfold in real time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Spinning away. A second spin.
Turning and turning and turning.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 92 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He'll look to set up his blockers. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And the 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spins past it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there. And you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Oh, twisting away. And now running right through it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here, 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a nice spin. Now another. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too. We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run?
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. An 8-yard. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. Whoosh. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground. I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 7, 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only get.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at that. He finds an opening past the 40. Still weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Let's go. 3 down. Set. Black 20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Okay, we got 4. Let's go, fellas.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Double time. Blue 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eating.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice little juke. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Here we go.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
When big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Oh, a heck of... And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Finding the... They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Set. 180.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Into the 4th quarter now. The offense has got to feel like they've imposed their will and kind of taken the life out of the defense. And you can see it from the perspective of the guy carrying the football. Those holes have to look huge, similar to a great hitter. Seeing a ball come into the plate and he's in the zone, the ball looks like a beach ball to him. He's just smacking it over the wall. Now what you're seeing is a run.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.